Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are enjoying the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I'm going to be picking up my copy right after this video. I might be streaming it today as well, so who knows, maybe I'm streaming it right now as you're watching this video. I'll leave a link to the stream in the pinned comment if I am. So if you guys haven't seen this yet, Nintendo filed a new device with the FCC or the Federal Communication Commission. And in this video, we're going to talk about the device and how Nintendo could end up using it. And the interesting thing here is it could not be for the Nintendo Switch 2. Is it a new handheld, a new side device, maybe for the phone market? Or maybe it could be used for the Nintendo Switch 2 just in a way that people aren't thinking. Let's jump into The Verge's article on this topic and check out the details. Nintendo has submitted a mysterious new wireless device to the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, this weekend, and it isn't the Switch 2 console we're expecting to be revealed before next April. So far what it sounds like is that this isn't the Nintendo Switch 2, but it could still end up being used with the Nintendo Switch 2 later down the line, at least as far as I can tell. With that being said, let's continue. The CLO001 model number doesn't reveal what it actually is, but it appears to be an entirely new product line given the 001 code used on devices like the original Nintendo Switch. And if you guys didn't know this, according to the article, the original Nintendo Switch and DS had hack 001 for the Switch and NTR001 for the Nintendo DS. Now I'd be curious if any other devices had a similar number, things that don't pertain to particularly the Nintendo DS or Nintendo Switch or any kind of console or handheld. Now there's a specific reason why I say this, especially when it comes to the next paragraph in this article, which really makes me think of specifically the Pokemon series. So do you guys remember the Pokewalker? For years and years and years, I've been wanting the Pokewalker to come back, and if they end up doing something like that but with the Nintendo Switch 2 and maybe the next big Pokemon game or maybe even Pokemon ZA, that would be amazing. I've been wanting the Pokewalker to come back for quite some time, or even if they have maybe a combo where they have an app and a Pokewalker device. Now the reason why I say that is because the next paragraph says it's tagged only as a wireless device, not a wireless game console or any kind of controller like a Joy-Con. A basic diagram within the document show an outline of where the FCC label will be displayed in a depression area at the bottom of something with a squarish footprint and rounded off corners. Now a Pokewalker would be cool, but of course a Pokeball isn't square. So if it's not something like that, something that's added onto a game, not just Pokemon, it could be something that Nintendo's doing, like a new IP or something for the Nintendo Switch 2, but if it's not that, what else could it be? Well, let's continue and read. The documents also show that there's no body-worn accessory involved with the testing and that it doesn't have a battery and can only be operated when plugged in. It was connected to the same USB-C charger that Nintendo ships with the Nintendo consoles in test, but this only reveals that it can only be powered by the USB-C. Now at first glance, some people might say, well, maybe this is for the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch could just fit in it since the Nintendo Switch does have a USB-C port. Now, I don't think it's for the Nintendo Switch because the sides in the diagram aren't cut off. I mean, how would the Nintendo Switch even fit in that, right? And the article has some more information on exactly what this could possibly be. Let's continue to read. The 24 GHz MM wave sensor is the most interesting detail we have. It could be a radar sensor to track movement, likely closely following gestures or detecting when somebody is nearby the device, causing it to turn on automatically like we have seen in the 60 GHz sensors found in devices like the Pixel 4 and the Aquasmart home sensor, or presence sensor I mean. Now we know that Nintendo has been expanding their brands to different branches in technology like the phone market or the movie market. Of course, we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and specifically when it comes to the phone market, I think that's more than likely what this could possibly be, but you know Nintendo, they do a lot of crazy things. Nintendo could very well end up announcing a new phone game that also works with this device. But anyways, continuing. The Wi-Fi hardware in the first gen Nintendo Switch was created by Cypress Semiconductor, a company that was acquired a few years ago by Infineon, which is now promoting the capabilities of its 24 GHz radar sensor. A 24 GHz radar sensor can provide a detection range up to 100 meters, with penetration possible through obstacles at a trade-off of a larger size and lower resolution, according to Infineon. We couldn't tell if the hardware inside the device, but the Infineon website includes comparisons to 60 GHz sensors. So what is it then? Guesses include a new gesture control interface, an upgraded dock of some kind of device at Super Nintendo World theme parks, or maybe even a return of the quality of life sleep tracking initiative Nintendo attempted a decade ago. It could also end up being something to support AR features by detecting real-world objects. Now that right there is very interesting because I do have some pretty good ideas on how Nintendo could do that. Meaning it could be used for a new Mario Kart Live hardware or even a Pokemon Go-like system. So in my opinion, what could this be? What do I think about it? Well, if it is a separate device and it doesn't have anything to do with the Nintendo Switch 2, as far as like a new dock goes or a new controller or a new game console, maybe it's an accessory for the Nintendo Switch 2. Because just because it doesn't have anything that looks to be with the Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't mean it can't interact with the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Nintendo Switch. Maybe the cavity that they're showing on the actual diagram is big enough for the Nintendo Switch 2. We don't know. We don't really actually have the size of this device. And if it does fit with the Nintendo Switch 2, remember on that leaked diagram, there was a USB-C on the top and bottom. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it could be a phone dock. Maybe that cavity isn't actually an indent. Maybe it's something that comes out of the device and maybe you plop it on top of the Nintendo Switch. And that's why there's two USBs on the top and one on the bottom. One for the dock, and then of course the one top for maybe some kind of device that they're going to be using with this. So maybe it does have to do with the Nintendo Switch 2, which I think would be pretty interesting. I know Nintendo likes to go very kooky with their devices and all the type of things, and maybe that's one thing that the Nintendo Switch can do, something to do with this device. If you guys remember, on the 3DS we did have an AR experience, so maybe Nintendo is going to try that again. Now it doesn't say that it's a camera or anything, but what if Nintendo figured out some way where we can maybe interact with our Pokemon or something? Because it does track movement, they're saying. Now they do say that it does have to be plugged in, but maybe it could be powered by the Nintendo Switch. Now if it's not that, I think the most disappointing part, or maybe it would be cool, I don't know, but what it could also be is for a phone app. We know that Nintendo is still interested in the phone market, as most companies nowadays are, and we know that they're probably going to be making more games for the phone as well, which I think would be the most disappointing thing. I think if it did something cool with the Nintendo Switch 2, I think that would be just fantastic. I mean, trying to have some kind of AR experience would be pretty cool on the Nintendo Switch 2 again. The one on the DS, or not the DS, the 3DS was pretty fun. So I would just love Nintendo to bring that back, or maybe even like a Pokewalker. That would be really cool. Maybe they're going to be doing something like with that, and maybe you plug the Pokewalker into this device. That would be also pretty cool. I don't know. It's really weird. Nintendo always does a lot of weird things, and this is just another mystery that Nintendo is probably going to surprise us with. So we'll see. Make sure you guys drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and I am going to go pick up The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I'll see you guys later. And while you're down in the comment section, or if you're still watching this video and not correcting me on my probably dumb mistake, I want to say thank you for reaching this video this far, and well, here's a cookie. For those who don't know, YouTube considers cookies potentially inappropriate for some reason, so let's spam those cookies in the comment section. I want to see pages among pages. Just go wild with cookies in the comment section. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.